Joining me from Abuja is Dr. Awwal Aliyu. He's spokesperson, Ministry of Defense Ministerial Standing Committee on Military Veterans Welfare. Dr. Aliyu, good to have you join us. You know, when soldiers protest, when soldiers protest, it sends what you call a strong signal. Now, these soldiers who are protesting say they voluntarily resigned from the army, but are now being shortchanged in their gratuity and security debarment allowance payout. Is this correct? Tell us your side of the story.
Well, yes, to an extent, yes, there is a shortfall of the payment. That is very correct. But then there are channels that are supposed to be followed, to make presentations of whatever demands or requests or complaints. And then, yes, they have written. We are aware that they have written and made some complaints. And I also know that the authority are on top of this matter. And there was a promise that the money will be paid. Issues like this needed to draw funds and things like that. And in any case, where they are is not where they are supposed to be. These issues are issues that are related to the services. So they are supposed to go to where the services are and lay their complaints, not really the Ministry of Finance, because Ministry of Finance is not the one responsible for the payment of these issues. And even the services themselves were not, it was not a deliberate thing, so to say, to an extent. I think what happened right now is that it has been discovered they have been short paid, and then the services are working assiduously and seriously to see that those monies are paid.
But does it really
not out
seem,
of place for...
Yeah, does it really seem they will be paid? Because the explanation we just heard from the spokesperson of the Defense Headquarters is that military personnel, soldiers who left service within a certain period cannot be paid based on the prevailing minimum wage. So where does that leave those soldiers? Is there any avenue for them?
You see, yes, it is a policy matter. Everything that the armed forces do had to do with the policy of the armed forces itself. And that is why the Honourable Minister of Defence, in his wisdom and in collaboration with the Ministry of Defence and Defence Headquarters, come up with this Ministerial Standing Committee to liaise between veterans and, of course, the authority, both Ministry of Defence and the DHQ. Where there is a problem, there should be a discussion, and then the committee is supposed to liaise and negotiate for the right and privileges of veterans. So whatever right and privileges of veterans that is there, it's the responsibility of this committee to do it. And just last 2 weeks ago or thereabout, the committee met with the Chief of Defence Staff and had a very serious discussion over these matters. And then the Chief of Defence Staff directed that a committee be set up with the Defence Headquarters, principal staffs, and members of the 5-man ministerial committee to discuss these challenges and come up with a strategy that will bring up the first implementation of whatever benefit that the veterans are entitled to. Our responsibility is to do change, calling on the authority to please look further into this matter and solve this problem, because this is a persistent thing, continuously. It is not the wish of the committee of the veterans to go out, but the services should please look into this matter and quickly do the needful so that it can curtail this embarrassment.
Dr. Ali, you mentioned earlier that the committee has met, with the Chief of Defence Staff. But have you really met with these veterans, and what agreements have you reached with them towards addressing these grievances they have?
Yes, discussions are ongoing with this, the leadership of those voluntary discharge soldiers. Discussions are ongoing. We are also...
All right, Dr. Aliyu, it does appear we'd have to end the conversation there because it suddenly became quite difficult to hear you. Dr. Awwal Aliyu is actually spokesman of the military committee that's in charge of Ministry of Defense Ministerial Standing Committee on Military Veterans Welfare. Thank you very much. We hope to hear some positive feedback on this story.